Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learn back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Jupiter conjunct Uranus in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects of a natal chart. They were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Jupiter conjunct Uranus in a natal chart, you may have a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, which is Jupiter, for attaining goals and aspirations, which is Uranus. Now, let's say if you have Uranus in Capricorn as an example, goals and aspirations may be done in a very methodical manner with a lot of concentration, seriousness, discipline. And the goals and aspirations, may be tied in with business, politics, government work, information technology, dentistry, accounting, architecture, construction, masonry, even general mundane work as some examples. And also, too, you may have an exorbitant amount of inspiration, which is Uranus, in expanding horizons, which is Jupiter. Now, let's say, for example, if Jupiter is in Aquarius, expanding horizons, maybe tied in with friends, with groups, clubs, organizations, maybe doing something in astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, meteorology, aviation, even rocket science in some cases as some examples. And also to higher education, which is Jupiter, and your future, which is Uranus, may be very strongly integrated. And if you have, for example, if Uranus is in Pisces, it could be a future, that's pursued with a lot of idealism, inspiration. It may be doing something Pisces related, maybe tied in with the future, whether it could be poetry, dancing, photography, anesthesiology, chemistry, work with illusion, such as working in special effects or a magician, or even doing something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology as some examples. Now also too, Jupiter conjunct Uranus in a natal chart may also manifest in having tremendous optimism, which is Jupiter, in attaining objectives, which is Uranus. Now, let's say, for example, if you have Uranus in Sagittarius, those objectives, may be tied in with sports, the outdoors. It could be doing something Sagittarius related. It could be something connected with religion, philosophy, higher education, theology. It may be doing something publishing, advertising, commercial work, foreign travel as some examples. It could be doing something with translation even. Now also too, you may also you may have many friendships with foreigners, and also too, I would say this aspect can expand and enlarge friendships. You may be somebody that's popular and have a prodigious amount of friends, because remember, Jupiter can enlarge, and it's that lucky, fortunate planet. And Uranus, is connected with friendships. Now the thing is, let's say, Jupiter, for example, is in Scorpio. Foreigners, may one or more may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are resourceful, resilient, empowering, transforming, emotionally intense. It could be those that are very passionate. And people also that have the ability to go beyond the superficial, to go beyond subterfuge and facades of others. Another thing, too, about Jupiter conjunct Uranus in a natal chart, it could also be expressed in, really just being lucky and fortunate, which is Jupiter, for Uranus-related fields, including, astrology, astronomy, computers, or innovation. If you have the conjunction, say in Sagittarius, this may be done with even more, a lot of exuberance, enthusiasm, optimism. It may even be doing so, in a foreign country, a country that you may not even have been born in. Now, also, too, in some instances, this aspect may enlarge, which is Jupiter. Issues, with the ankles, the shins, calves, nerves, unusual growths, or circulation, which is connected with Uranus. Now, let's say, for example, if the conjunction is in Scorpio, these issues may require, could be more, like X-rays. They may be deeper issues. May require more MRIs. If the conjunction is, say, if Uranus is in Sagittarius, could be on a bigger scale. Those issues, if the conjunction, say, if Uranus is in Capricorn, could be, where the issues may be more, consistent, or happens more in older age. They may be more bone-related, as some examples. Also, too, and there could also be nerve-related issues, which is Uranus, with the thighs and hips, which is Jupiter, or those, if there's any issues with the thighs or the hips, which is Jupiter, it may be more intermittent, sporadic, erratic, as some examples. Now, also, in-laws and foreigners, which is Jupiter. Maybe people that are very goal-oriented, ingenious, altruistic, and freedom-loving, which is Uranus. And let's say, for example, if Jupiter is in Libra, in-laws and foreigners, one or more of them, may actually be a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody the traits of the sign. It could be those that are very charming, tactful, diplomatic, refined, balanced, maybe people that thrive on intellectual sociability, but also those that may be, ambivalent and indecisive as well. Now, another thing too is that, another way that Jupiter conjunct Uranus may manifest in a natal chart is that, there may be many spontaneous and unpredictable, which is Uranus, long-distance journeys, which is Jupiter. Now, let's say if Jupiter is in Pisces, as an example, a lot of those long-distance journeys may be done by boat or sea. Jupiter in the zodiac sign Cancer, it could be a lot of long-distance journeys and travel, with home, family members, going to places that are historical or nostalgic, as some examples. And also, too, you may express much benevolence and goodwill, which is Jupiter, in group-related matters, which is Uranus. Now, let's say, for example, if Uranus is in Sagittarius, group-related matters may be tied in with some publishing or advertising. It could be, doing things for foreigners, as some examples. It could be things that are, group sports related or connected with the outdoors. And also, too, you may express ingenuity, which is Uranus, in sports, foreign travel, publishing, or advertising, which is Jupiter. Now, the thing is, ingenuity in sports, such as like those robot umpires or electronic bases, that have both been invented, as some examples. And the thing is, also too, Jupiter conjunct Uranus in a natal chart may also manifest in being really extremely enamored with freedom, which is, and Jupiter and Uranus both can have, connection, that desire, for freedom. If the conjunction, say, is in Pisces, it could be having that freedom to pursue one's ideals, dreams, fantasies. If the conjunction is an Aquarius, it may be more tied in with friendships or groups, something with society, it could be, the expression of something Aquarius related, whether it be astrology, astronomy, computers, electronics, innovation, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying, stay